Hello students. Last class we studied about the kingdoms Monera and Protista. Today in this video we are going to learn about the kingdom Fungi. The fungi, they constitute a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. They show a great diversity in morphology and habitat, in their structure and the place where they live. When the bread develops a mold or an orange rot, all these are because of fungi. The common mushroom that we eat is also a fungi, and also the toadstool is also a fungi. And then we use yeast to make bread and beer, and this yeast is also a fungi. Some fungi, they cause diseases in plants and animals. The wheat rust causing Puccinia, it's an important example for fungi. The sources of antibiotics, that is penicillium, is also a fungi. So, the fungi are heterotrophs. Examples for fungi are bread mold and mushroom, toadstool, yeast, and then Puccinia and penicillium. All these are fungi. The fungi, they are found almost in all places. So, they are cosmopolitan. The fungi are cosmopolitan, and we can see fungi in air, water, soil, and on animals and plants. They grow in warm and humid places. Have you ever wondered why we keep food in the refrigerator? Yes, it is to prevent food from going bad due to bacteria and fungi. Okay, now let us see the morphology. Morphology is the structure of this fungi. The yeast is an unicellular organism. So except yeast, all the fungi are filamentous. Their body is made up of so many slender, long, thread-like structures called hyphae. The long, slender, thread-like structures of fungi are known as hyphae, and these hyphae, they occur in just like a network. So this network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Some of the hyphae are continuous tubes with many nuclei in the cytoplasm. These continuous tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm is a choanocytic hyphae. So hyphae are two types, choanocytic and septate. These choanocytic hyphae are continuous tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm like this. And then septate hyphae, they have cross walls in their hyphae, and such hyphae are known as septate. And the cell wall, the fungi, they have cell wall. The cell wall of fungi are composed of chitin, a chemical chitin. And the cell wall of plant cell is made up of cellulose. Okay, now let us see the nutrition in fungi. Most fungi are heterotrophic. They are heterotrophic. Some of the fungi, they absorb soluble organic matter from dead substrates. Such fungi are known as saprophytes. And then some fungi, they depend on living plants and animals, and they are known as parasites. And some fungi, they live in association with algae. They are known as lichens and some fungi they live in association with the roots of higher plants. Such fungi are known as mycorrhiza. So, on the basis of heterotrophs, the fungi may be saprophytic, parasitic or symbiotic. Saprophytes, they absorb soluble organic matter from dead substrates. Parasites, they depend on living plants and animals. The symbionts, they live in association with algae and the roots of higher plants. They are lichens and mycorrhiza respectively. Now shall we move on to the type of reproduction in fungi. Reproduction in fungi can take place by vegetative means, that is fragmentation, fission and budding. Vegetative reproduction in fungi is by fragmentation or by fission or by budding. Asexual reproduction is by producing asexual spores. There are two different types of asexual spores. They are conidia or sporangiospores and zoospores. These zoospores and conidia or sporangiospores are asexual spores. Next, this sexual reproduction is also by producing sexual spores. There are three different types of sexual spores. They are oospores, ascospores and basidiospores. And you should learn the asexual spores and sexual spores. And the spores are produced in fruiting bodies. Inside the fruiting bodies, the spores are produced. And in the sexual cycle in fungi, it involves the following three steps. The sexual cycle involves plasmogamy, karyogamy and meiotic cell division. What is plasmogamy? First, the fusion of protoplasm of two cells take place. That is plasmogamy. That is protoplasm. So, fusion of protoplasm. So, it is called gamy means fusion. Protoplasm. So, plasmogamy. And then karyogamy. Next is karyogamy. What is the next? Karyogamy. Fusion of two nuclei. Karyo is related to nucleus. So, karyogamy fusion. The fusion of two nuclei is known as karyogamy. And then when this protoplasm and the nucleus they fuse together, and there will be formation of zygotes. And then the zygote undergoes division. In fungi, this zygote, now the zygote is formed by the fusion of two nuclei. So, it is diploid. 2n. Diploid means 2n. It has 2n. And then it undergoes meiotic division. This meiotic division is known as reduction division. So, it will result in the formation of haploid spores. Haploid is denoted by n. Haploid spores. And then when a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae of compatible mating types, they come together and they fuse together and they form a diploid cell. And then because these two are this haploid hyphae, they fuse together and they form diploid, that is denoted by 2n. However, in other fungi like in Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, these two an intervening dikaryotic stage occurs. See here, these hyphae they fuse together. Before forming this diploid 2n, intermediate in between there is one phase. That phase is called dikaryophase. Here, this nuclei they won't fuse together. They lie together. Only they lie together. They won't fuse. So n plus n, that is known as dikaryophase. dikaryon. Such a condition is known as dikaryon. And the phase is known as dikaryophase of fungi. Later, the parental nuclei, it fuse together. These nuclei, they fuse together and the cells become diploid. The fungi form fruiting bodies. They form fruiting bodies. In these fruiting bodies, reduction division. What is reduction division? Meiosis. It occurs, leading to the formation of haploid spores. The fungi are classified on the basis of the morphology of mycelium and the mode of spore formation and the type of fruiting bodies. The kingdom fungi is classified into 4 classes on the basis of morphology of mycelium, mode of spore formation and the type of fruiting bodies. The 4 classes are Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. In the next video, we will study in detail about all these classes one by one. Thank you, students.